And your little brother. And why you drive me crazy.
Yeah! Yeah! Took out your fucking kicker. We're gonna grab this game by the throat. James Conner pick it up. First down after first down after first down. Run the football. Your defense is trash. James Conner was running up y'all defense. Stop it right here. This ain't the end of the season just yet. Wow, what a big fumble. There's no Christian McCaffrey. It's hurting the team. Tom Brady's calling the game. He says, I hate you guys. I want nothing to do with you. Tom Brady's first game, he watches the 49ers. The 49ers are losing the game. This is big time. This is a huge win. That first Kyler Murray 50-yard run for the touchdown, that was a magnificent play. Come on, pick up the first down. Pick up the first down. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Pick up the first down. Oh, now you got to play the field goal game. You got to play the field goal game. You see, this is what's happening to this team. Tom Brady is still mad at the 49ers that they didn't draft him, that they didn't sign him. The very first game that he calls the 49ers, Tom Brady, it's the first time he's at the Bay Area. The first time he calls the 49ers game on Fox, they're going to lose that game. It's not a coincidence. Because for one, it's Cardinals that improved the 2-3. This team is hurting with a lot of injuries. George Kittle was playing today. Even though George Kittle played, still without Christian McCaffrey is a big, giant loss. It's a huge loss. This was a huge fumble. You talking going up, 29 to 30 to 21, and he has a huge fumble. And then the Cardinals on third down get a huge first down, and now are about to jump ahead with a go-ahead field goal. How are the Seattle Chicken Hawks doing today? That overrated football team. Okay, hopefully the Giants don't. Okay, the Giants are up by 10 points. See, the Cardinals are within a game of the NFC West, and now you talking this team has a chance of winning this division. To go 2-0 against the division, the Cardinals are ready to grab the division by the throat. Now he just have to beat Seattle. He beat every team in the division. Okay, hindsight is 2020. You lose like you did the Washington. Okay, the Washington football team today proved that they are a team of world beaters, that they are a top 5 contender for the Super Bowl. Hindsight is 2020. Knee-jerk. I don't know what Kyle Shanahan was doing, to be honest, going for it on 4th and 23. You might as well let him kick the field goal. The 49ers kicker got injured. It was 13. It was 23 to 10. Okay, so 49ers can kick a field goal, but they were without a kicker because the kicker sustained a leg injury. And the coach would rather just have a 10-yard completion instead of kicking the field goal. Now, please tell me they'll drive down and kick a game-winning field goal. This is why they have to get the first down, so they'll even give San Francisco the ball. Read option, let Kyler Murray roll it out. This offensive coordinator is delusional if he doesn't do it right here. Read option, roll out, and kill it off. Get the first down, kneel, kick the field goal. But you see, this jumbo set, it's stupid. It's a stupid play call. Pick up the first down. I don't know what they're doing. You want to pick up the first down. I don't understand it. They have them where they want them. Run the ball. Okay, pull guards out. Okay, read option, Kyler Murray. You give it to James Conner. You let Kyler Murray roll out. Stupid offensive coordinator doesn't do it right there. Hopefully they line up on shotgun. They get the read option. Stupid offensive coordinator. He's awful. He's garbage. Yeah, Tom Brady, tell him, finish it. Finish that stupid-ass team that decided not to take a chance on you. We go 2-0 against division, have a chance at winning the division, and the Seahawks are beating the New York Giants. Is a big day. Cardinals to beat the Packers if they pull off this win. Read option. Read option. Stupid offensive coordinator. You should be fired on the spot if these guys blow it. Read option. Read option. You out on the ball. Okay. He did get the first down, but he should have done it on second down. Why didn't you do it right there? Offensive coordinator should be fired. He should be fired. He should have done 2 read option calls. This offensive coordinator is delusional. The game should have been killed off. It's hopefully the fraud party chokes right here. This needs to be a big giant fraud party moment right here because this guy's cooked. It reminds me of a 23-0 comeback in the 1980s when the 49ers won the Super Bowl. The 49ers were up 23-0. The Cardinals scored the last 24 points and won 24-23. So it reminds me of that game in the 1980s. This game could very well be scripted by the scoreline. Yeah! There we go. Well, last week was just an anomaly. The Washington football team really is a team of world beaters. Oh, my God. You can't figure out this league. Buffalo losing off the Jets win, and the Jets, are they going to win the division? Maybe one of the Miami, New England wins next week. What fugazis are they going to pull up our sleeves, really? So this game, it has the feeling of this giant Neil Lomax comeback in the 1980s. Every second would be 1 yard. So right now, they get the ball on the 30. They got to go about, 50, 55 yards to feel comfortable. Which game was it? Still ahead on the 5. Now, they can't check the ball down. But again, what's that? They're doing a good job of. So downfield passing or taking. In the 49ers' first trip to Phoenix, they blundered a 23-0 lead. The Cardinals came back and won 24-23, scored a touchdown in the final seconds. Now the 49ers get a chance to drive down and win. Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys win, okay? Dallas Cowboys got to be within the game of Washington. It's a Dan Quinn against the Cowboys. He formed a Cowboy, so Cowboy against Washington for the division. The way Washington's playing, they look like they could have a winning percentage of 70% or something. Finish these frauds up. They don't have a kicker. Remember, 49ers, they can't kick the field goal, right? They don't have a kicker. I repeat, they do not have a kicker. Everyone, the 49ers do not have a kicker right now on the team. Nick Moody had to leave the game due to a leg injury he sustained trying to make a tackle on a kickoff. This is a good reason why kickers should be barred from making tackles on kickoffs. In the hopes of avoiding risking injury. Hopefully the Giants can hold on. Hopefully. But basically, they went for it on downs. It was 23-13. 4th and 23 at the Arizona 27. They don't decide. Kyle Juszczyk is the backup kicker, number 44. He's the backup kicker in this game. So how much leg does he have? Hopefully, these guys are already doing a terrible job. Backup kicker. Yeah! Intercepted! The fraud got intercepted! A fraud party! Fraud! Oh, it's Joe Montana! It's Tom Brady! Brock Purdy's Joe Montana! No, he's a joke! He's a loser! Head to the sideline! You're 40 on a Super Bowl's a joke! Within a game of the division, here we go. The fight, boom! Here comes the boom! Here comes the boom! Ball up in the air, up for grabs. Game over. Cardinals with a huge upset. With Tom Brady watching. Then Tom Brady says, I hope y'all suffer forever. That's right, Tom Brady in the booth. This is a Tom Brady with you this game. This is a Tom Brady with you. How about that? How about that? Your 40-yarders are finished. The tight end was wide open, but the defender had a big hit on the quarterback. Boom!
It's hard to imagine. We watched both those games last season.
2-0 in the division. We won in the West this year. We run the West. We run the West. 2-0 against the division. We coming for Seattle. We coming for Seattle. We Cards take the West. I picked the Cardinals to win the division at the start of the year because 8 like Pep. Rich Gannon, he win the division 8 years later again for Arizona. This team is cooked without the MVP, Christian McCaffrey. What's the record without Christian McCaffrey? What's the record without Christian McCaffrey? What's the record? They missed Christian McCaffrey. That's a huge fumble by Trey Mason. A huge fumble. Tom Brady was watching this game. Tom Brady was watching the game. Tom Brady has watched the end of the 40-winner Super Bowl window. This can't be any more skull and bones than it is worked out for this game. A huge comeback. 2-0 against the division. The Arizona Cardinals are coming for the NFC West. Now on to the Giants and the Seahawks. It's 23-20. 2-3. Same record as the 41ers. It's going to be a long season. Chiefs are going to beat the 41ers next week. It is over for the 41ers. Your fraud Purdy is nothing close to Peyton Manning or Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes. You know nothing about football. Get the fuck out of here with the Brock Purdy garbage. Because he's exactly what he is. He's a huge, giant fraud. This team should beat Seattle. That team should still beat Seattle because I think the Seahawks are not even contenders. The 49ers are a contender, but they're nothing without Christian McCaffrey. He's the real MVP of the team. But people were predicting this team's going to win the Super Bowl because of Brock Purdy. Really, because of that guy. He's the reason why they lost against the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know what Kyle Shanahan was doing right there, going for it on fourth down. He should have might as well let Kyle Juszczyk kick the field goal, see what kind of leg he's got. Might as well give him a chance to see what he can do. At least this team didn't fuck it up and lose to a team without a kicker, right? At least they're not completely incompetent to lose to a team without a kicker, right? But 2-0 gets the division. These divisional records, these tiebreakers for the division. The 41ers, this is huge. They're 0-2 against the division. They're 0-2 against the division. They lost against the Rams. Cardinals have a real chance of winning this division. Things have changed overnight. This is a weird-ass league. It really is. But we are winning the division. Wow, this was a huge game.
The best AI assistant isn't one that knows the whole world. It's one that knows your world.
Calm down. The 49ers can't calm down. This team is in trouble. They are 0-2 against the division. This team is 2-0 against the division. The Cardinals have a really easy schedule. What do you mean all of a sudden I'm a Cardinals fan? What the hell is this crap? Man, dude, you have gone to shit. Newbie Nate over here. Look at him. Newbie Nate over here. Whining and crying because his 49ers bet lost today. Wow. Burned. Burned by Big Red. Burned. 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 That NFC Super Bowl 49er bet. Burn! The gold rush is over. Burn!
Or you could give these different investment options a shot.
The right money moves aren't as aggressive.
This is a huge win. This was with the season on the line. This is a huge win. Kyler Murray showed why he can be a superstar. I've worn the Cards uniform this year. You gotta be loyal as hell, be a fan of the Cardinals and the Raiders. I talk about the Cardinals every single week. Where the hell have you been? You haven't been on here. That's all I can tell you. Haven't been on here. I switch off beanies every single week when I'm talking about each team. Now, the Raiders are a poverty-ass organization. Oh, wait. This guy, he might be the guy. He might be the little Raider guy calling the Cardinals poverty. Now, that team over there is the definition of poverty, the Raiders. Now, what a garbage performance that was. Why didn't they run the ball in the end zone? Should have ran the ball there. Stupid joke organization. Wide receiver already wants to be traded because he knows he doesn't have a quarterback. Now Max Crosby's upset he wants to get traded too. Literally, this team is owned by a bum who can't get a proper fucking haircut. So, yeah, we lost the Donkeys, but, yeah, Mike Cards beat the 41ers. The Raiders are poverty. They could have had Jim Harbaugh, and they could have had a quarterback. But, no. This team sucks. A delusional owner. A bum. Mark Davis is a bum. This team's a joke. Their season ended today. This team is a joke. They're a poverty-ass organization. This is who they are. This is who the Raiders are. Poverty, poverty, poverty. No playoff wins in 20 years. No division title. No nothing. Marvin Harrison's a real star in this league. You know, the funny thing is that Marvin Harrison really didn't get involved much this game. So for once, I saw the Cardinals try to run the read option this game. It's like, where the hell were these play calls last week? But, yeah, I do have issues with Kyler. He's too short. He can't, his balls get deflected. But bottom line is Murray Magic. And now the Giants got to punt the fucking ball in there and give the Seahawks the ball. Oh, scripted garbage. The Giants going to blow a game in scripted garbage. That's probably what's going to happen. The Seahawks are going to come back. They scripted garbage. Oh, they get the ball at the 34-yard line. Oh, these guys really – but they okay, Seattle's going to lose against the 41ers, and that's good. That's good. That's good. But Brock DeBrod is a joke. He should have audibled out of – well, I mean, the Cardinals were really stopping the run, but that was just a very untimely fumble right there. Yeah, right. Rest my case. This is a poverty-ass football team, and today I told you why this is a poverty-ass team. That we just want great, but it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. What can you say? No quarterback, no Jim Harbaugh, no nothing. This is how life is. What the fate is. This team is a joke. They're a poverty-ass organization. And no, I'm not just saying. I'm not trolling. I really mean it because today was a disappointment, but. How surprised can you really be? How surprised can you really be just to see this kind of result for the Raiders? And Tuttle Pierce is not a coach; he's a cheerleader. This is what he is. He is a cheerleader. Yeah, he's a joke. Yeah, he's not a coach. Oh, yeah, it is a joke, but 2-0 against division. This team is 0-2 against division. Now, the 49ers should be 1-2 against division by being the 12th man because the Seahawks are a fraudulent team. They're 0-1 against the conference, and they'd only beat the Giants. They'd only beat the Giants if they pull it off today. So are the Giants going to finish? Oh, look at this team sucks. Well, at least I know the 49ers are going to win the Thursday game. They'll continue to own Seattle. I mean, this team, they're although the kicking situation remains very interesting with the 49ers. Who's going to be the kicker on Thursday? Because today they had to score touchdowns, or they couldn't score points period without a kicker. So yeah, that hurt them big time. But that championship defense is no longer. They couldn't stop the run. Yeah, this team is a joke. The whole fraud Purdy hype is a really big joke. The Packers are not a great team. They're 3-2. You know, that's a team that they'll come in knowing they'll have a chance to beat. The Packers are struggling against the Rams. They got beat down by the Vikings. So, yeah, I think the Cardinals are going to win on the road next week because clearly the Cardinals season is going up, and I'm seeing lots of problems with the Packers. They're struggling against a garbage Rams team. So, yeah. Packers should be able to hold on. I got to go with the Jets next week because, again, Josh Allen's come out to 33, and the Bills are a fraudulent team. Baltimore is the team that's going to win this year. Baltimore is going to be the team that's going to beat the Chiefs at Kansas City. Baltimore against Detroit is my Super Bowl. Detroit will win the conference, but they'll lose in the Super Bowl. America's darlings are going to lose. People think Baltimore's a dirty team. They don't like Lamar Jackson, this and that. Oh, he's a black who can't throw. These false conceptions about Lamar Jackson, because clearly today Lamar carried the team to win. Both quarterbacks did great, but Lamar had that extra edge to complete the comeback. He's playing like an MVP. Oh, Seahawks 4th down, the Giants 28. Hopefully they missed the field goal. Yeah, a little Raider fan here called Cardinals poverty-ass team. Yeah, well, my second team is definitely a poverty-ass team. That is a poverty-ass organization. This team is a mitigated disaster. Antonio Pierce failed to go 8-6 against Denver Broncos 86. He sucks. Raiders quarterback sucks. They lose getting rid of their core players. Jacobs, now they get rid of Adams, and now I can't blame Mad Max if he wants to head back home to be a member of the Detroit Lions. The Lions should make a trade for Max Crosby. Crosby and Hutchinson, man, they might as well try to give up a couple draft picks to bring in Mad Max, because Mad Max is going to be loyal to the team that gives him a chance, and Mad Max is going to want to go to a team that's a contender. But yeah, today ends the talk of fraud Purdy being this, oh, he's not Tom Brady. Hey, Giants win, yay. Seahawks lost. Now this NFC West has really gotten interested. You see, divisional records. So basically, if Cardinals lose against the 49ers, it doesn't matter because the Cardinals have a better record against division. You see, they don't lose a tiebreaker to San Francisco because of head-to-head. They already have a 2-game lead in head-to-head against the division. The Cardinals have a shot at winning the division. It's time. The Seahawks are 0-2 against the conference. What do you mean, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down? How? It was the end of the season last week. This week, it is a real chance of winning the division. Seahawks are a pretender. I told everybody they're a pretender. I can't wait to respond to this Facebook page I say from last week. Which team's a contender and the pretender? I said Seahawks were a pretender. I triggered the Seattle Real fans. Seattle is 0-2 versus the NFC. San Francisco's 0-2 versus the NFC West. Now, Arizona is 2-0 versus the NFC West because Cardinals defeated the Rams and defeated the 49ers. I'm going to the Seattle game in December. That game could have playoff implications. So I'm going to the Cardinals-Seahawks game in December. A lot of people from Washington here, but that's the game that will definitely beat Seattle if the Seahawks come out with the first punch in November. I mean, it's Loman Field, our place to play, blah, blah, blah. But this team is a pretender because they're 0-2 against the NFC. They'll be 0-3 against the NFC if they lose against the 49ers on Thursday. I got to go San Francisco. When you factor in divisional records, it's just so favorable. The Cardinals have a strong chance because of the tiebreaker advantage and now they're within a game of the division. The Lambs are a joke, and they're back to being this dumpster team in the basement, because that's basically where they were before the NFL gave them a rigged Super Bowl, because we need a fan base in LA. But yeah, this team is a joke. This team's a huge joke. Seahawks are a joke pretender. Now, the thing about the game, if the 49ers don't have a kicker, they're going to lose against Seattle, because wet weather, defense, field goals, who's going to be the kicker on Thursday for the 49ers? Yeah, the Vikings are doing good, but it's the Vikings. They always break your heart in the playoffs. That's just the Viking way. I trust Motor City Dan and the Lions. Said that the Lions are better than them. Lions are going to beat them next week. Lions will prove they're better. I mean, the NFL is rigged that way. Super Bowl's 41. Lions, they have to start 4-1. Super Bowl's 41. The bottom line is I like the Lions to win. Oh, they're playing the Cowboys. Cowboys. Because who's their defensive coordinator? Our former garbage coach. Steve Wilkes is terrible. Yeah, you're not winning a Super Bowl with Steve Wilkes as defensive coordinator. I agree. Cowboys should win tonight. Then the Cowboys going to get beat down by the Lions. Lions will win next week. Who do the Vikings play next week? Oh, they have the bye week. So this means the Lions will be half a game outside of first when they beat the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is 41 in reverse. The Lions are going to be 4-1. Funny how the Lions played 13 days later, and Dallas is 13 because they played on the Monday, and Dallas is Gamache at 13. Just all this come out with the schedule stuff is all scripted by Gamache too. Kansas City Chiefs, because home team's going to dumpster fire. Patrick Mahomes is going to win. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are going to start 5-0 because they play the 49ers the next week. San Francisco's Gamache at 50. And after today's 49ers upset, I know everyone's going to be like, oh, is 49ers going to drop to 2-4 when they lose against the Seahawks? So I got 49ers winning that game because they'll be 3-3 entering the game against Patrick. They play on Thursday, and they play against the Chiefs. I think they'll be 3-3 in a matchup against Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. Plus, it's Kyle Shanahan. The 49ers are rarely under 500 with Kyle Shanahan. This was like today. This is huge. This came completely out of the. I got to go to Cardinal fan page quickly and just leave a comment here. You know, hey, we have a strong chance to win the division. At least they didn't lose to a team without a kicker. Have we ever shot at the division? Good thing to take advantage of San Francisco losing their kicker. Heart, grit, and determination prevailed today. How did they lose the game? I've no. How did they win the game? I have no idea. At least they won a game. It's a stupid weird stat where the Cardinals have scored on opening possession of every game, and then they don't do well the rest of the game. But that touchdown run was wow. And then when Kyler Murray got picked off by Nick Bosa, I was just like, here we go, the number one pick, the number two pick. Here we go again after that Nick Bosa interception where they're trying to throw a screen pass or something. I have no idea, but the Nick Bosa was rolling out right, but they're just like, here we go again with this crap. I think Green Bay is a favorable place to play because that's where that was Mike McCarthy's last game. The Cardinals beat the Packers there with Josh Rosen against Aaron Rodgers. The Packers have not been a great team. Well, the Rams still have the ball. I mean, they lost against the Bears. But then the Bears look like road bears. It's like, it's the end of Stafford's career. He's going to retire after this season. Matthew Stafford will retire. There seems like a big retirement every year. I think this year's big retirement in the year that the Lions make it to the Super Bowl, Matt Stafford's going to retire. He'll have played his last game, and he will be at the Super Bowl pulling for the Lions as a former NFL quarterback. So, yeah, clearly this is the last team that Stafford's going to play for, and he's going to retire. Stafford will retire after the year. This game was easy because Ram is Comanche 14, and the Packers are going to send the Rams to 1-4. Packers get the stop. It's game over. The Packers have got the win. LA Rams is 19. They only scored 19 points in this game. Lambeau's Comanche 19. Packers play at Lambeau. The Packers is 43. There's a total of 43 points in the game between the Packers and the Rams. Today's game, what I liked about the scripted comeback for the Ravens, with the Bengals losing on 38 points, Louisiana's Comanche 38, and Baltimore's Comanche 41. The 41's a big Super Bowl number, so I did really like that about Baltimore's comeback. The Bills are a 5-2 organization. CWE always gets mad at me that I hate the Bills, But then again, I predicted the Bills to win Super Bowl 62, and the Bills are not going to be there. Simply, the Ravens are a better team. Simply, the Bills have lost too many defensive players. Saints are going to lose. The division in the South is going to be between the Falcons and the Bucs, with I have the Falcons prevailing in the NFC South. Oh, they can't make Tom Brady look too good like he's part of a system. They can't make Tom Brady look too good like he's part of a system. So by that logic, I have the Falcons winning the NFC South. So they can't make Tom Brady look like he was part of a system. And plus, the black coach factor, Kamala being the second black person to be president of the United States, a state she's going to win, Georgia, Falcons win the division. The Vikings, can you imagine the Falcons against the Vikings in the playoffs when we talk about hypothetical storylines? Kirk Cousins against the Vikings, Atlanta with the big Super Bowl choke, Minnesota with all these perpetual playoff chokes. That'd actually be pretty entertaining. We'll see if NFL wants to script the Vikings-Lions rivalry match in the playoffs. If one team, if they split the games in the regular season. So that narrative remains interesting. The Vikings-Lions rivalry, perhaps. Who's going to win between the Jaguars and the Bears? Well, you see, the Packers could be 3-3, and the Bears could be 3-3, and the Vikings lose. So if they're 3-3, so the Vikings they have the week off next week. This is what separates their first 5 games. Is that this is how do they do after the bye week? They happen to lose after the bye week. The 49ers are a joke football team. This team is an absolute joke. Today was a scripted ritual match for Tom Brady to see the end of the team that he now has grown to hate. Tom Brady, this was the first game that he called featuring the 49ers. He was back home at the Bay. Tom Brady is loving every second of the 49ers losing without his services. He wants that team to suffer for not taking the chance on him in the NFL draft, for not taking the chance on him in free agency. Tom Brady wanted to see that team suffer. And today, Tom Brady saw the end of the 49ers as we know it, the end of that Super Bowl window. Of course, Brady's 23. Of course, McCaffrey's 23. It was a ritual. Today it was a ritual match with Tom Brady there to witness the ritual and the glee of seeing the Winers suffer. Because he wanted to play for them so bad and he doesn't want to see this team win the Super Bowl without him. I told you the Tom Brady ritual was going to work out last year, and it did. This team is kicking themselves, not only for passing on Patrick Mahomes, but they didn't take a chance on Tom Brady. A 1-year rental. This team is incompetent. But don't trust a 7th-round draft pick. This team's a joke. This was a joke decision. What is it? What drugs is this coach taking? 4th and down and 23 at the 27-yard line, and you want to go for it? Might as well kick the field goal. I don't care if you have a backup kicker. Just see what he has. How difficult it is to see what Kyle Juszczyk has as a backup kicker on the spot. Yeah, this 49er team is cooked. I tell you, this team is cooked. I think the Cardinals are going to beat the Packers, and they'll be 4-3 with the win over the Chargers on Monday Night Football. That's basically what's going to happen with this team. I don't know how healthy Justin Herbert is. It'd be a good opportunity to beat Jim Harbaugh again, obviously, because he used to be in the NFC West, a decade ago. But yeah, this team, this was a joke decision to not try to kick a field goal. I don't care if you're without your first kicker. This was a joke decision. I could totally see the Jets beating the Bills because they almost came back to beat the Vikings. If that game is at New Jersey, then I'm going with the Jets. The Bills are frauds. Kind of funny, this Bills team. They started slow last year, and it seems like it's a similar pattern that's happening. So, yeah, Seahawks is 43, Bills 3-3, beat the Titans 4-3 before they travel to Seattle. I got the Jets next week. I got to keep talking about them still. Aaron Rodgers' revenge game against the Bills for the injuries. So basically, it's a revenge game. Seattle 0-2 versus NFC. What a win. What a win that was by the Cards today. What a win. This team now is going to be in the playoffs. Those read option plays were missing last week for the Cardinals. I do not. I'd be very surprised if Seattle beats the 49ers. I would be left speechless if Seattle lost to the if they beat the Niners. Excuse me, if they beat the Niners, I'd be speechless. Because I expect this team to still be competitive, the 49ers. But if they're 2-4 having to face off against Patrick Mahomes, the season is over. You see, that shuts up that Nick Bosa ass clown who keeps talking about the draft, but his team doesn't have a quarterback. You still don't have a quarterback. Brock Purdy got intercepted. He showed how clutch he was in the 2-minute offense. A huge disaster. Yeah, look at the Cardinals' schedule. It's just so perfectly synced up to be 3-3 and be 4-3. Chargers is 43 and Dolphins is 43. I'm going to take this team next week. I'll actually bet on the Cardinals next week. This is insane. I've got a few topics to do. I've got the Premier League match of the week. It doesn't matter about the international break. Got next week's games to break down. Maybe break down Lamar's performance and make a prediction video for the next week of picks. If I have to go with the lock of the week, Lions over Cowboys. After the referees last year, this is a game where no matter how Dallas does tonight, they will not beat the Lions. Dan Campbell, Dan Talica is from Clifford, Texas. He heads back home. He gets the W at Big D next week, game of the week on Fox. Tom Brady saw a great game this week without these Dallas Cowboys. Next week, hopefully the Lions beat them down so Tom Brady can say, I do not want to watch another Cowboys game the rest of the year. I hope the Lions beat the Cowboys down by 10 points. I got the Lions by double digits next week, rested on the bye week. This should be favorable for the Detroit Lions. That's the lock of the week for next week. Just without thinking about the picks. We have some comeback narratives for the Jaguars. Certainly something to look out for. Yes, we look at the league tables. Divisions in baseball are worthless. I'm not quite sure if divisions are worthless in the NFL. I guess if divisions are worthless or not, I guess it just all depends on how the wild cards do. But so far, teams that have won divisions have made it to Super Bowls under this new format. So here we are. Chargers are 2-2 in seventh place. The Jets and the Raiders and the Dolphins and the Colts at 2 and 3 are technically in playoff contention. And the Jaguars are still in playoff contention. I mean, 1 and 4 doesn't mean our season is done with this expanded format. So Cincinnati, they're not done yet. But okay, even though I really feel great about the Lions, the lock of the week is the Bengals to beat the Giants because Bengals is 24, they'll be 2 and 4. The Giants are coming off the game against the Seahawks. Seahawks is 24. So yeah, actually the Bengals are the lock of the week. The NFC 7th place is the Packers at 3 and 2. Next week is a must win for the Cardinals, just in case if they don't win the division, that it comes down to the wild card. So next week is a must win. 8th place is 3 and 2. The Bears are 3 and 2. I think the NFC becomes more interesting. If the Packers and the Bears lose next week. If the Packers and the Bears lose next week, even if Washington's going to run away with the division, the Eagles are still in the playoff. The Cardinals are in the playoff for the wild card. The 49ers, they'll beat the Seahawks. They'll be in the wild card. Okay. So based off of having as many teams in the playoff field, then I think you got to have a Jaguars win because they're trying to move to London, as they say. In the Packers just let out against the Cardinals at home. And I think that's what would make the league table more interesting as far as the playoff standings goes. I'm just closing there on the table. Definitely saw some things interesting where even if the Bills and the Jets both don't win, that they both lose, that then that division is still interesting. Yeah, this Cardinals game, do they win the game? If the Niners, their kicker doesn't get hurt, I don't think so. Was it a scripted injury? I don't know. Could have been a scripted injury? Hell yes. Because as I said, today lined up perfectly. Brady is 23. San Francisco fought at 2 and 3 without number 23, Christian McCaffrey. Perfect. I don't want to hear nobody say that this fraud Purdy guy is on the level of Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. He's just simply not it. This team is hurting without their all-pro MVP. These workhorse running backs, they mean a lot to their teams. James Conner, the Arizona Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey, Pro Bowler on the 49ers. Definitely, there's still some workhorse running backs that can get 20 carries a week. Guys like James Conner, a guy like Christian McCaffrey, and Derrick Henry, who can forget about him? But yeah, do not sleep on Arizona for the division. The numbers speak for itself. Record against the division, the conference for all three teams. The Pretenders, Sea Chickens, are 0-2 against the conference. Now they'll be 0-3 again. If they let this team loses against the Seahawks, they're in huge trouble. They know Patrick Mahomes is their daddy. Cardinals came into today knowing they had to win. If you're San Francisco, you have to go into that game knowing you have to win, or else you play against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. They have to win that game against the 49ers, against the Seahawks. They have to win that game because that's their season on the line for San Francisco. So anyway, it is the wild, wild West, not the AFC West, because Patrick Mahomes, every team in that division, they're all his bitches. NFC West, it is tug of war. All three teams are in the running for the division. One team is 2-0 against the division. The other two, which team is in huge trouble after next week? You can't go 0-3 against the conference. You can't fall to 2-4 if you're San Francisco. You can't fall to 0-3 against the NFC if you're Seattle, period. Hopefully with all these implications, hopefully with the lack of preseason, that 6 weeks in, we finally have seen quarterbacks start throwing for 300 yards, because the first 5 weeks showed what happens when you don't give these guys preseason reps. So I think the games have been a lot better because making up for that lack of preseason action, that now these offenses are getting in sync. So as we saw, it may not come down to due to lack of quarterback quality, but it came down to the lack of preseason. So hopefully things stay that way. Seeing good quarterback play, not necessarily seeing shootouts all the time, but seeing good quarterback play. The game is about to start. I'm going to get ready for that. And again, I think I will come out with some picks tonight for next week.